What's up, my bitches? Obviously haven't made a video in a really long time, and to be honest, I'm not even really gonna consider this a hobby anymore because I do it like twice a year. My phone is on like 14%, so I'm gonna try to go as fast as possible, but also try to get it what I'm trying to get across. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand it? Do you get it? I'm not editing this video because who the fuck has time for that? So it's fine, honestly. But something that I really wanted to rant about today, because this has honestly been really ticking me the fuck off, is I'm so freaking sick and tired of, oh, my cat ran away. I'm sorry. Of people who are on social media pretending that they're depressed. It's not okay. It's not okay. And to be honest, you really don't know what's going on in their lives. You really don't know if they are depressed or if they have been feeling that way, if they've been feeling that way for a long time, if this is the only way they think that they can really get help. But it comes to a point to when you are actually literally reaching for attention. Like, you are just grasping, trying so hard to get that fucking attention, and you have realized you're not going to get it by being nice to people, you're not going to get it by having a weird style, you're not going to get it by having crazy eyeshadow, and you're not going to get it by that choker necklace around your neck, or the earphones in your ear. So you're realizing you're going to get this attention by making depressing social media posts about serious things that should be kept to yourself and told only to your therapist or psychiatrist so you can get help. Okay, I don't like how people have normalized depression, because for somebody that really struggled with it, I'm open about it now, and I'm still struggling with it, but I'm not going to go post on Facebook that, oh yeah, I'm trying to kill myself. Like, that's nobody else's business but mine, and personally, I think social media should be for funny things, so what really, really bothers me is when people try to take a funny post and be like, yeah, this is so sad. Like, there was one by this bitch at my school, and she, it was like, oh, that weird in-between time between, like, Christmas and New Year's where you don't know what to do with your life, and she was like, I read it, but the only thing I could hold on to was in the middle of it, when she said, yeah, try to kill myself in March, I guess this is a lesson to myself, figure out what I'm doing in life. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with the fucking 5-ish days where none of us know what to celebrate? What the hell? That has nothing to do with that in-between. Nothing. I get that you try to kill yourself. That's actually really sad. But it's even worse, and it makes it a little less serious when you try to tell over 500 people on social media. Because to be honest, if I were to see that, I wouldn't think of it as a joke. I wouldn't laugh. I would tell the authorities, and your ass is getting put in a psych ward, and in reality, you're over here being like, I'm not actually depressed and I didn't actually do this. So now you're in this big conundrum where your lies are being pushed against your fucking face and you don't have a way to get out of that situation. You're fucking screwed. You brought that on yourself. Now you can be depressed. That's a reason to be depressed. Just getting on a serious note, like, it is offensive to people who actually struggle, because then it's like, well, I'm trying to reach out to you, and people are like, oh, no, I don't believe you because there's just so many fakers out there. Well, I'm not fake. You want to know how I'm not fake? Is because I'm not telling you my entire life story for hopes that I'll get a few more followers or people to check up on me every so often. Like, to be honest, mental illness is a situation where it doesn't matter if you're rich or you're poor or you're old or you're young or you're black or you're white or you're Asian or you're Mexican or you're fucking fat or you're skinny, short, tall, kinks or not. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you really are, what characteristics you have. Depression is a mental illness that will get to anybody and everybody. But there's just some things in people's lives that it's really hard to believe that they're depressed because of what they're feeling. Because for somebody like me, like if somebody's gonna base off the fact that, well, because you have this and this and this, that means that you can be depressed, I have that right to be depressed then, if that's how you're gonna grade me. Because single parent home, my 90% of my family is 1,000 miles away from me. I only see them twice a year. I'm fat. That's not fun. My asshole burns, and it burns when I pee. That's a serious, that's an issue. Even though I'm not sexually active, I'm always scared that I'm pregnant, so I'm depressed there. I mean, there's just like, and then the things that I've gone through in my past, like, if you're gonna base off that somebody gets the right to be depressed based on what they've experienced, then I have definitely reached that point. But for some people that I see, who have anything and everything that they want, who have a shit ton of friends, who listen, because you listen to hard rock music and put on 10 times more eyeshadow than you should, does not mean that you're freaking depressed, okay? It's not an original personality trait. It's not an original thing that you created. It's something that you're playing on. You are lying to everybody, and it pisses everybody off. In fact, you're making yourself look more like a dumbass than you're making yourself look like somebody who's worth my time to help. Speaking of that, somebody last week, a really close friend of mine, was having some issues, some troubles with, depression. And I knew intrinsically that he was dealing with depression, but I never really knew, when you know something, but you don't, realize it, it's kind of like you hear something, but you don't listen to it. So I didn't really listen to the fact that I knew that he was depressed. But when I started talking to him a little bit more and figuring out what was going on, he didn't want to reach out to anybody. He didn't want to have any attention. He didn't want anybody to help him out. He didn't want that embarrassment, which, that doesn't mean that just because somebody doesn't want help means that they have the right to be depressed. But if you're going to post something on social media every single fucking day about your past and your own experiences and shit like that, then no, I'm not going to take you seriously. And it's because people that have depression, it's statistical. 75% of people that actually have depression are really embarrassed about it. And they're not going to tell you. They're not going to be honest about it. They're not going to try to get help. That's why the suicide rate is so high. It's because people with depression, they don't reach out for help. People that are upset, they don't reach out. It's also high because a lot of that has to do with the people in the transgender community and the LGBTQ plus blah, blah, blah community, but that's a whole other video. But, that's why that rate is so high, is because people are not reaching out for help. People don't want help. If you are, if it's not a cry for attention, then it's a cry for help. But a cry for help would be, hey, I need somebody to check up on me, or here's a picture of my scars, shit like that, or posting something that's depressing. People, when they want help, they don't ever just say, I want help. They do subtle things to try to get your attention, to say, hey, I need this. But one of those subtle ways is to not take a meme that's supposed to be really funny and then changing it into, you wanted to kill yourself in March.